Welcome back to the Clubhouse, and for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Tribe. We are a group of FSU alumni obsessed with the culture, the gear, and the game of golf. From breaking down tour news to roasting our own weekend blow-ups, no topic is out of bounds. Grab a drink and settle in. This is the Tea Time Tribe. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Tea Time Tribe. I'm Eric, as always, joined by Ian and John. We have a lot to cover today. We are recording this on Tuesday evening. Yesterday was the longest day of golf for U.S. Open final qualifying, so we'll get into that. Memorial just took place this past weekend, another signature event. Did get some extra golf, so that was good to watch. And then we can quickly talk about the U.S. Women's Open at Riviera. Nelly Korda won, not too surprising. And then we'll get into the RBC Canadian Open this weekend before we have U.S. Open the following week. So, Memorial, extra golf, always a good time. However, I think the entire storyline we need to talk about is our adoption of the wheel for our tribe. And it was, I think, the closest we've ever had. I think it was very close. I think for like the last 4 holes, we were close.
Yep. Literally got her up. If got her up hadn't had a bogey on 16 and I think he had 4 bogeys on the back 9. So like if he would have just cut 2 of those bogeys out, he would have been top 20, and our wheel bet would have literally been the first time we won. But you know what? I think we're onto something here, guys. I think 100%. This is the closest we've ever been.
We're definitely onto something.
And we are definitely onto something. Yeah. Woo! Wow. Talk about electric. Guys, felt like it was prom night. You know, I was getting excited. Who am I kidding? I didn't go to prom, but you know. But yeah, it was incredible to see. Honestly, it was more fun to watch than I thought it was going to. There were some big names at the top of the leaderboard, but here again, none of the big names. They kept flashing over to Scotty and Rory, who were 7 shots back most of the day. So yeah, it's fun to watch. Ryan Gerard was fun. Fun seeing him playing well again. But that playoff, man, it looked like the blind leading the blind on some of those putts. Wow, those were. And don't get me wrong, I know those greens are fast, but you've played that hole at least 5 other times. Who knows how? God knows how many putts on that green. I don't know. And Gerard had the same, almost an identical putt back to back, right? And he still missed it on the high side, both times.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But I will say my lovely wife was not too stoked when I played a round of golf in the morning, and then I came home and I said that I wanted to watch more golf. She goes, "What tournament's on?" I said, "What tournament isn't on right now?"
There you go.
It's the Women's U.S. Open.
Yes, the Women's U.S. Open. You had the DP World Tour, you had a Corn Ferry, you had the Champions Tour, and you had PGA. Like, what more could you ask for on a Sunday? Like, it's
a perfect Sunday.
Golf bliss, truly golf bliss.
Yeah, I can't believe that Eric didn't bring this up when we first started talking about this, but we were very close to another Wyndham Clark win.
You know my thoughts.
Very, very close. And this would have been pandemonium. This is what we would have talked about for the next 30 minutes. It was dicey, and it was very close.
Yeah.
It was. I had some people talking to me saying I'd rather have, who were, very pro-American golfers. Like, I'd rather have Tommy Fleetwood win over him. And I was like, well, yeah, of course, Tommy Fleetwood's the man. Come on, here. But it was an interesting week in that, there were like a few like top golfers up on the leaderboard throughout the entire tournament. But, you had Scotty struggled quite a bit uncharacteristically. This guy's won there before and has had a lot of top finishes. Got into a little spat with Ted Scott. Is there trouble in paradise? I don't know. Some are saying. I haven't seen both of them fired up like that probably ever since they've been together. player caddy combo there.
I didn't see this. What was this?
I think it was a Saturday that
It
it
was Friday or
happened.
Saturday, yeah. And
It was a par
what
three,
did
and
he
Scotty
hit?
basically came up like a club short and was just chirping
Well, he
at
said
him like, how could you get the wind wrong?
He said he looked at Ted. He's like, I hit a whatever club he hit. He's like, I hit that perfectly, and it still ended up there. And Ted just immediately chirped back like, well, maybe don't hit it there. They won enough, so I guess maybe he has the equity to kind of just say that to him from time to time. But it was a hot mic, and everyone heard it. But yeah, it was tough conditions. I mean, it was kind of like 90% of the field, I feel like, was just trying to survive and, get out and finish the weekend. And, the top 10% were, the top 10 on the leaderboard, and we're playing really well. Very surprised that JT the Postman won. This is a guy who's won a couple times. He's got a John Deere, at least one John Deere on his resume. He won at Sea Island a couple years ago. So he wins, these off, I don't want to say like weak field events, but not the biggest talent of these tournaments that he's won. Big news for him is that he didn't have to play yesterday in a U.S. Open qualifier. His win got him to 39th in the world, so he's made the field at Shinnecock. That's probably maybe the biggest reward of winning that tournament. Doesn't have to go sweat it out for 36 holes. Of course, he's probably not that familiar with, but it's good for golf. Another big winner, a new winner at a big tournament. And Ryan Gerard is, he's been good for about a year and a half now, just coming up the PGA Tour, the points, the leaderboard, really good putter. So I think this is a huge confidence boost for him going forward in his career. He played really well in really tough conditions, and this was another fun memorial tournament.
Yeah, I will say if the man who may not be mentioned right now ended up being in that playoff or winning the event, and the way we lost the wheel tribe bet, it would have been absolute pandemonium. I would have lost it.
Yeah, that was a chaotic score. We can go back to Goddard real quick. Yeah, I think he had 31 on the front.
He did
38 or 39 on the back. I mean, we just needed even par in the back, and we'd be dancing right here. We'd be spinning the wheel constantly, dancing around the wheel.
You bet your ass I would have overnighted a wheel, just so that we'd have a wheel here to spin.
Spinning. Yeah, I was gonna say everyone has a wheel and just spinning in the background when it on loop if we win.
Yep.
When we win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the text that I sent to you guys of me being at a baby shower, watching him.
Excited.
I said, I'm at a baby shower, couple drinks deep, already won cornhole, and I'm pumped. And then he goes on and he gets me more excited by birdie number 9 to shoot 31 on the front, and he's up to top 12. And all of a sudden,
all the cushion in the world.
He said, nope, Jersey let me down.
Totally.
And
that's a tough one.
Speaking of hot mics, was it Gerard that chirped back at someone in the crowd that said, get in the bunker? Yeah. He's like, it's not in the bunker, buddy.
It's not in the bunker, bud.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta feel really good. And Gerard's got quite the interesting swing too.
Yes.
So he I know they've done a couple segments on him, but here again, swing your own swing, man. You do you. Obviously it's worked out pretty well for him.
Getting to our other original, I'll say, tribe bet wasn't even fucking close. Somehow, Bear ended up making the cut, so not all of our guys missed the cut. But my guy Ricky decided to shoot 79.82. Sounds like a score I would shoot in a normal Saturday, Sunday afternoon.
Let's chill out there, buddy. But anyway, go on.
And who was the other guy that we had?
Ben Griffin, but I wanted Sam Burns. The wheel got Sam Burns before I could pick Sam Burns. So.
You did say that.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it was not
the wheel.
I think
the wheel and I were 1-1. Yeah,
I think the wheel kind of immediately takes number one. I think the wheel is what we have to go with. We've tried.
I think we do. Either that or we train our dogs to pick picks for us. Like that corgi who makes the picks for the NBA Finals. Just throw the ball at them, goes in a basket. I don't know. But yeah, the wheel goes around. And I think the wheel is the play from going forward. Just got to leave it up to the wheel.
I like that. Yep.
I'm okay with it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll kind of get into U.S. Open talks now. First, obviously, like we said earlier, U.S. Women's Open was at Riviera this week. Norda she finished at 8 under. She won the event. And I saw here that she's the first to win the opening 2 majors of any LPGA Tour season since 2013. And she's the youngest American to win 4 majors since Mickey Wright in 1960. So she is certainly solidifying herself amongst the top of LPGA major winners and players in general, which I think we knew. But I caught a couple of glimpses of it. It seemed like Riviera played, I think, kind of how people expected, tough. But if you made the right shots, right putts, you could score in a couple of those holes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up how many tour players have ever won the first two majors in the same calendar year. You want to guess how many there were?
Are we doing both tours or like just professional golf in general?
Professional golf. Yeah, like PGA Tour.
It's got to be like 4 or 5.
6 total tour players. And Craig Wood, 1941, Ben Hogan, 51, 53, Palmer in 60, Nicklaus in 72, Woods in 2002, and Jordan Spieth in 2015. Spieth.
Throughout Spath. It was first 2. Yeah.
So just elite company. Just to put this into, I'm just trying to put this into perspective on not just the LPGA, but the PGA Tour, right? I mean, you're talking about just an unreal elite athlete here. So I think I've said this before on the pod, but those once in a lifetime generational talents we've had Tiger Woods for us, and now it looks like Nelly Korda is that for the LPGA. We had Annika Sorenstam for a little while, but I don't remember a lot of those early ones, but Nelly's definitely been at the helm. So I don't know if we'll see another one like this for a long time. So I'm enjoying it, seeing it on tour.
It was a crazy final putt she had, I will say.
Oh my God.
Sure did.
It's a good all-around putt there. Good all-around.
And then, so like I said before, yesterday was golf's longest day. Multiple qualifying locations around the country, in Canada. Couple big names didn't make it, had struggled. Couple big names didn't make it. But I think for us, being an FSU pod, it was nice to see future Florida State Seminoles hand in hand getting the job done. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps Charlie on the bag. Do you think he will?
For those who don't know who we're talking about, Eric, can you enlighten the group?
Miles
here?
Russell got a playoff, or one, I think it was a 3-for-2 playoff at his final qualifying stage, and had his future teammate Charlie Woods on the bag caddying for him. And after they asked him, obviously, is he going to stay on for Shinnecock? And he kind of said, like, that's the first time he's kind of had a friend on the bag, someone that he can just kind of walk with, talk with, not really focus too much on golf in between shots, which I think for any of us probably is a little bit more easier to go down that route. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if he keeps on the bag. I hope he does. I think it would be a great thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially because he's an AM and he's not, trying to make money. So it's like, hey, just have your friend on the bag. That course, chances are you're not going to make the cut, man. No matter who your cut. No, with all due respect, no matter who your caddy is, it's going to be quite the uphill battle to make the cut this weekend or next week for him. So yeah, I think it'd be super cool, especially if Charlie's down to do it. Us golf content people eat it up. I'm sure everyone would eat it up. Florida State golf would eat it up. It's very, this would be super cool if they go through with it. And won't get Tiger there, but we would have a Woods on site, so that'd be cool.
A couple of noticeable, I guess, events and or names that qualified. Max Homa, I saw, was in a playoff. I forget how many. I think it was like an 8-for-2 or 8-for-3, and he
8-for-3
didn't even get through the first hole. I think he lipped out for par. So it's tough to see. I know he's had some close calls in some of these final bits of qualifying, but there was one that kind of caught my eye. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was from the final qualifying in Canada. There was a three for one, I believe, spot in a playoff, and whoever basically won it, the other guy never finished out in the hole, so he picked up his mark, and it was Adam Svensson that picked up his mark. And because he didn't finish the hole, he technically lost the first alternate spot and got jumped back to second alternate for that.
You have got to be shitting me.
Which,
wow.
in like the heat of the moment after playing that many holes, just thinking like I didn't make it to do that, I think a lot of us probably would have done the same kind of thing, just picked it up like, I'm done.
Right. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
But that's just got to hurt.
Let's hope the no alternates go. Yeah. That would eat them up.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Trying to think of a couple of these other ones. I know Tony Finau didn't qualify. Billy Horschel, unfortunately, qualified. It's just, he's another one of those guys that I don't necessarily like. Not because he's a Gator, but he's just annoying.
That's fair. That's fair. Did Michael Theoborson make it?
But yeah, I mean, it's always fun to watch these events. You know, it's got to be hard to go 36 holes, shooting 6, 7, 8 under on some of these tough courses and not even getting close or sniffing getting to the U.S. Open. So, but it's just how good these players are. And it's one of the very few times that you'll see a lot of amateurs competing with some of these PGA Tour pros, especially ones that we've seen quite a lot of. So we'll see if any of these guys make an impact next week. But, you know, I know we're all rooting for Miles.
Big time.
Heck yeah.
Let's go Knowles.
Put him and Brooks in the same group at USGA. Come on.
Please. Just all FSU group. We need it. You want to talk about content? I guess one thing before we get into our little this or that for the week, more live news. I saw yesterday or 2 days ago that they're basically saying the rest of the season is kind of up in the air. They don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to continue. I know they're trying to get all this funding coming through. I think they're looking for like $300 million or something. I don't know why we keep going in the circle. I don't get it. Stop trying to make it a thing.
I mean,
still talking about
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm good.
No, I think Cam Smith was the one who came out and said, like, look, these numbers just aren't sustainable. Like, they've never been sustainable. And I think everybody knew that from the beginning. And if you didn't, you were joking. You were joking with yourself. So there's going to need to be some adjustments on making the numbers, making the math, because right now the math ain't math. So if we can get back to some reasonable figures, I think they could probably find a backer or multiple backers, which is what they were trying to do in the first place, right? Was trying to find sponsors for all of these teams. So maybe this is you take a peg down. You've done the hard work of making a name for the league, and now you build the reputation back up from the ground up. If you're going to do it, or you just fucking let it sink and just say it didn't work. On to the next one.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take. It just sounds like the PIF fund is completely out of it. So to me, it sounds like, you know, the Saudi PIF involvement's just done. So it's now basically up for grabs. No need for even like a hostile takeover. It's just kind of like who's going to grab the reins here and come up with a game plan. And there's a lot of ways. I mean, the decent parts of it, there's decent footprint that you can keep it going. But, you know, there's a lot of obvious ways to save a ton of money and maybe make it not quite profitable, but not losing as much. And, you know, it starts with, you know, purse sizes, guaranteed money to all these guys. And then, yeah, I mean, once you kind of, if they can rebrand themselves as kind of like a developmental tour of sorts, that may be their best route to, you know, growing and getting bigger. And, you know, I think, again, like a lot of people from the beginning and a lot of people kind of got off it, but I think it still rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, was that, you know, it was the Saudis' involvement in this tour. With them out of the picture, I think that opens up a little bit more, you know, people being more tuned in to see how viewership, you know, like Saudis are out of it. It's a different, management. It's like a restaurant. It's like under new management, it's going to be all better. Come check us out. And that could be, it could be Liv's Golf's kind of get back into the golf world, and as Ian said, kind of like a reboot. So it's just someone who has a good idea and wants to take this from the ground up. It's not a terrible idea, I feel like, as long as you're given creative control, financial control, and all that good stuff. It's feasible to get back off the ground.
I think the thing for me though is, especially after like you have a comment that Cam Smith made that Ian was just talking about, you still have Bryson over here that's like playing kind of like both sides. Like I feel like one week I can just go do YouTube golf for the rest of my career if I want to. And then he'll say like, oh, I'm meeting with all these people for funding for Live to make it work. So it's like he's almost flip-flopping. So if you have your top players flip-flopping back and forth of what's going to happen or what they think and if it's good or if it's bad, like that can't be good for trying to get funding for this either. So I'm surprised that, Cam Smith said that first of all, but I'm also surprised that like Bryson's now throwing out like, yeah, maybe I'll just do YouTube golf, or no, but I'm going to be part of this and try to be in these business meetings. It's like, pick a side.
I don't know how serious or unserious he is. I don't think anybody knows other than probably him, right? So as an investor, I mean, you can't take anything for granted, but you also have to factor in the risk of that. So they can price it into whatever number they're willing to invest in. But yeah, if I was them, I would put that at a heavy discount due to that fact. Because if he's already, to your point, wishy-washy as he's been, you can't bake on that. And the guy draws numbers. So if you're counting on numbers to be what drives your marketing play for your return on investment, it might be a losing battle on that one.
The other thing that got me, and John, you just kind of talked about a little bit about like maybe this can be some kind of developmental tour. I forget who it was from the DP World Tour, but I saw a comment that someone basically said they don't want the DP World Tour to now become the tier 3 tour, basically, because now that the PGA is coming out with this like tier 1 tournament schedule and then a tier 2 underneath it, they're like, what does that do for like the global like aura of golf, basically? And if you're throwing in Live to potentially have an impact in it, like where does it all connect? Because at some point they all have to move in the same direction, more or less.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it would be interesting because, I mean, there kind of was a little bit of at least in the beginning, or, introductory steps between like the DP World Tour and Live kind of being at least like cooperative with each other. So now the Saudis are out of it, Pips or Live is kind of up for grabs, and maybe they merge with the World Tour, and these guys were on Live, start them fresh, 0 World Tour points, starting next year, whenever they want to get this off the ground, and then they can kind of go from there and get World Tour points, World Golf Ranking points, and then, if they want to make it back to the PGA Tour, that's a whole separate issue if they're open to that, or if they want to, say, hey, you can get your points there, but you've also got to, here's kind of your fine or punishment with the PGA Tour. They got to figure that out too if they want to have that path back to the PGA. It's a good idea, I think. I don't know. We're figuring it out for Live for free over here.
Yeah, literally putting in the work for them.
Maybe we will be the head sponsors for that tour. Maybe it just be our tour.
Sure. Why not?
Maybe. You never know.
We can bring the wheel. The wheel's a great idea.
The wheel is a great idea. I've got the wheel. The wheel stays. Out of everything, the wheel fucking stays.
All right. Before we get to Canadian Open this week, I have a question for you guys.
Here we go.
I need to know which 3-putt on the golf course hurts the most. Is it the eagle to par 3-putt, the birdie to bogey, the par to double, or the bogey to triple? Which one stings the most?
Eagle to par for sure.
Why?
Are you kidding me? For me, that's like I've hit a massive drive and then I've hit an incredible iron shot onto the green. I've done my job. Like the rest should be just nestle it up somewhere close. And I've either hammered it by the hole, and now I've got, or I've left it short, as John loves to remind me.
Yeah, at least you two-putted that one.
But at least I did two-putt that one. I did two-putt. But yeah, just that would hurt. Eagle to bogey, yeah.
No, eagle to par.
Eagle to par.
Eagle to par, sorry, yeah. Eagle to par.
Ian's over here 4-putting.
Yeah.
That is the worst. I take it back. What Ian said's the worst.
You never know.
Eagle to bogey, 4-putt would be the worst.
Eagle to bogey, yeah.
I see all your points, Ian, but since I'm so rarely in that situation, I don't have a ton of eagle putts in my day, in my life. It's more often that I have a birdie chance. Birdie to bogey, for me, is probably the most frustrating because it happens more often than B. It's like, hey, here's an opportunity for you to not have, a +1 or +2 on your card. Like, just two-putt, get out of there, no crooked numbers. So that's deflating for me. Like, maybe I make this birdie putt, maybe I don't, but it's a nice, easy par. And then we move on. But with the eagle one, if I 3-putt at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, I'm not adding my score. It sucked, but it's still parred. Par's still a good score for me. Doesn't matter if it's a par 3, par 4, par 5. I'll take a par. It's like one of those things like where you tee off. It's like, you're going to par this hole. You're going to be mad about it, and you're probably, and then they probably not. I mean, obviously, like a 3-putt for par would suck, but it's still a par. It's great.
See, I keep going back and forth. I am beside either the birdie to bogey for basically the reasons you just said, John. It's just like you're on there, you hit 2 good shots or a good tee shot on a par 3. You got a chance to make the birdie, and you're expecting just a 2-putt. But I think I have to give it the par to double, because I think you have a putt to par to basically save yourself, get a good up and down, and then it just deflates you to know that, all right, well, shit, I just went from basically just losing a shot because I didn't get up and down to now I've just gone down 2. I think for me, it happens more often than not that I'm trying to get up and down for a par. So when I have those 3 putts, which I tend to have a lot of when I play, yeah, I think that's just where my head's at.
But here's the thing: you're a better chipper, so I would expect you to be somewhere closer at least.
Oh, I agree, but I am also still missing those putts.
That's a good
the problem. The chipping's not the problem.
These are all like us. We all have 3 different stances here. I like that. But yeah, Eric, you do make a good point, because if you ask anyone like how low your scores, and it's like the first one, 1A, 1B is like no doubles, no 3-putts. So yeah, like once you get that double in your head, especially when you had a chance at par and like you should have had an easier chance at bogey, it's like, all right, bogey sucks, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I mean, I vote mine 1, I vote Eric's 2, and I vote Ian's 3. So that's how I go. The takes here.
You're at the bottom, Ian. Sorry.
Hey, everybody has know your game.
Ian's greedy. I want my Eagles and my birdies. Yeah.
Sure fucking is.
All right. RBC Canadian Open. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a tournament where I believe it was Nick Taylor that won, and what's his name came running onto the green and got tackled by a security guard.
Adam Hadwin.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need more of that. We need more of that from Canada.
He's just trying to congratulate his good buddy and just
gets absolutely destroyed.
Dude, it's like the best golf picture of all time. Whoever snapped it, it's the giant security guards form tackled him, and whatever his name is, Hadwin's horizontal on the ground like this, and he's about to be slammed into the ground. I think he still has his hand on the champagne bottle too. It's so funny. It's like someone posted sports without.
He never dropped it. Yeah,
it was like sports without context. It was just so funny. 5 seconds later, it was diffused. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, because they were like, "Don't fucking get the fuck off him. He's He's got a pass. He can be here.
Yeah.
God.
So good.
Yeah.
I love this. I don't have to make
do
a
we
pick.
have the wheel?
We got the wheel.
We do. I do have the wheel ready, locked and loaded.
Let's go.
Let me get.
I love this because there's no accountability here. It's just 3 picks from the wheel. No one.
Yeah.
We're
The
up to the
best
wheel.
part is
I mean,
this
when have we
payout
ever
could be
been held?
huge.
Whenever could we? Yeah, this one is going to be huge. Honestly, when you guys see some of these fucking names on this list here. All right, can you see the screen?
I saw that there was yeah. I was reading.
There's so many names.
Yeah.
There's 18
Patrick
Canadians
Fishburne, Jordan Smith, Trace Crow. Oh, God. Yeah. Just quite a few. All right. All right, folks. These are not brought to you by any of these, so we're not going to leave those ads. Yeah. Ready. First up.
Oh, boy. Potgieter.
That's a great choice. Okay. The wheel coming
We're off to a good
through.
start.
We're off to a good start. All right. Remove that one. All right. Ready?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Come on, wheel.
Here
No
we go.
whammy. No
Come
whammy.
on.
No whammy.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Go, 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 go.
No,
Dunlap.
Nick Dunlap. Oh, God.
Blast from the past.
I feel like the wheel listens to us. I think the wheel listens to the podcast.
Okay, before we do this last one, I will just tell you guys, our current odds with those two to finish top 20 is at 34-1.
We're winning it all back. Go.
God damn it.
We're like 0 for 46.
We're going to win so much money on this that we're going to be able to fund Live Golf.
Here we go. Number 3.
I hate this. I hate this all.
Sam Ryder. God, we started
3
so
randos.
strong. No, Potgieter's an okay choice, but
yeah, but the problem is we need all 3 of them, Ian.
Yeah,
60,
I know.
68 to 1.
I can confidently say this is our highest odds we've ever had.
52 to 1.
52 to 1 is your guess?
I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna go like 65 to 1.
Try 250 to 1. Yes, a $10 bet will win us $2,500.
Send it. I've never been more confident in my life. This is going to hit.
I just want to know how Nick Dunlap has done this year so far.
Oh, don't look.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Let's see. I will tell you, Sam Ryder is currently 129th on the FedEx Cup list. Let's see. Where's our other 2 guys? I don't know where they are. That can't be good. Nick Dunlap, 170th on the FedEx Cup.
Man.
And Potgieter is 60.
Okay.
Ooh, baby. Field updates.
Good boy.
So Dunlap finished T24 at the Myrtle Beach about a month ago. He missed the cut at the Houston Open. He missed the cut at the Valero. He missed the cut at the Byron.
Honestly,
Nelson.
the last time he finished top 20 could be the time I picked him last year.
Valspar missed the cut. Puerto Rican Open.
Why couldn't we? Why couldn't we have
cut.
landed on Nick Taylor? That would have been great.
Withdrew from the American Express
we
after
need
+7.
We need all of what we think is going to happen to go out the window. This is what we need.
We just need total carnage. So these guys just randomly have like a window of time in the morning where there's no weather, and then everybody else gets hit with the weather.
That's and then Nick Dunlap still shoots 82.
Hey,
it's okay. It happens.
Canada, man.
Anything can happen. It is Canada. Completely different different country. You never know.
Wow. I've never been more confident. Oh boy.
Okay. All right. Well,
if it makes you feel any better, Sam Ryder has officially made almost $11 million on the PGA Tour.
Well,
and he joined 8 years ago.
I feel like that's not that much.
It's not.
I feel like
he won the 3M. He won the 3M like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Just for reference, for everybody's knowledge, Ted Scott is estimated to be worth roughly $12 to $15 million. So if that puts it into perspective, and he doesn't even play golf. He just carries the bag. So that's fun. That's fun.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We got it. It's
All
in the
right.
bag.
This is us.
This is it.
This is us. This is our week, boys.
It's our time.
It's our time to
This is our
shine.
time.
Okay.
Manifesting.
What you said.
Manifesting.
What you said. Yes.
I have a strong feeling that next week, when we do this for the U.S. Open, we are going to crush the odds that we had on this one.
Oh, 100%. They can only go up
On the
from
wheel.
here.
Yeah.
Can only. Yep.
I was about to say.
It's going to pick like 3 AMs.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can pick 3 AMs next week, and it's going to be like 1,000 to 1
Like,
odds.
Honestly, though, I think in the future we might need to cut it down to like the top 50 ranked players. Maybe we'll throw a few randos in.
Give the wheel some time to cook. All right?
I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it some time. I don't want to write it off. I don't want to write it off quite yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's not Sam Ryder it off.
Ah, God. All right.
Well, on that note.
And I'm out of here. See ya.
All right. Well, that does it. Another round in the books. Again, thanks for hanging out with the tribe. Remember, if you enjoyed the show, subscribe and share it. And until next time, keep it in the short grass, keep the drinks cold, and as always, go Noles.
Go Noles.